They are contemplating as we speak, reaching out to you. Because there's been some download they've received of, I know no matter if this person wants to be with me or not, they love and respect themselves enough, more than enough, to know I have to apologize. And I'm not talking about you. I'm in the person's head right now. There is an apology that's owed to you. And for a very long time, this person absolutely separated themselves from you because of ignorance, of self-reflection. This was a person that would probably did do everything to be with you. And then once they had you, and the point of boredom, aka stability, took over, just as fast and just as hard as they tried to be with you, they let it go instantly. It's because this person was honestly like a pretty self-destructive mindset. I don't even want to say toxic. There's a difference between being just like a straight up toxic fucking person and your toxicity formed from self-sabotage or self-deception. This person was used to deeply, the easiest way to say what I'm feeling is deeply closeted feelings, emotions, etc. And that doesn't mean sexuality. It very well could, but this person had partners for so long that like being sensitive, being real and raw was not taken as a strength. They liked the chase of you. They liked the idea of you. Now that doesn't discredit that when they actually got to meet you, that they didn't feel something more than just that, because they did. But the reason they ran was because they didn't know how to register stability. This is a person you've been broken up with, or as your collective takes will resonate, you could have never gone fully off the ground together, but you absolutely like cut this person off. I'm seeing you deleting them, leaving them on red. They're having sleepless nights and they're very much in a grief mindset. This person really thought you would have reached out to them by now. I see you're still attracted, but you're like, I don't know what shadows are surrounding this person. Are they in shadow work? Yeah, this person's in shadow work and they've been watching you from afar. They're very happy for you, but also a little envious. And that comes down to immaturity. The great crumble. Yeah, you're deeply part of their spiritual awakening. After experiencing you, no matter the lust or the temptation or whatever they've felt in the past, after meeting you, they went red to their own self-destructive tendencies. And they did go into a state of woe-me for a little bit. I'm seeing almost being like, screw you type of energy. Like, yeah, them towards you. Because it was deflection. They always understood why you separated, but their ego was clouding just how hard it was for you to do it, is what I'm hearing. They really thought you just were like, oh, see, I meant nothing to them. No, farthest from that. You were like, I'm not crumbling down all of the work I've done for myself, for a partner who can't give me balance, give and take. This is an interesting energy because even though they broke up with you, it truly feels like even if they 3D world broke up with you, you spiritually broke up with them. They liked the chase. They thought you guys were going to go back and forth. And you said, I'm not about that. No matter how fucking attractive I think you are, no matter how much I feel our souls are connected, no matter how good the intimacy was, if you will, that ain't me. I can be grateful for a spiritual lesson of a person and know I can feel love for you and never have to be in your life again. You're a very strong, independent person. And your independency is also not a crutch, though, because some people's independency becomes a crutch. They're hyper-fixated on not needing anyone or not trusting anyone, and it creates a safe space for them. That's not you. You love, you're free, but you're highly independent. Very interesting. So, what's going on right now in their head? They're thinking of the past. All eyes on you. Very jealous energy. That was another thing. This person, they did not like the amount of attention you received from either coworkers, people in your community, online. Take it as it resonates. But they are deeply, honestly, a very jealous person. They tried to play it off like they weren't. And this person, I feel within themselves, has experienced... This is a deep unpack right here. There's a possibility this person could have cheated on you when you were together. And almost their consciousness was eating at them. And that's why they broke up. It was so much more than just... Yeah, you have a lot of unanswered questions. And you've been able to very much pair the dots to quite a bit of things. This person, long story short, this person was very immature when they were with you. I see that they were brought into your life with divine timing. Absolutely imperative. There was some form of sexual release. This connection was very sexually based. So, they see that you've been upgrading your outer and inner body because they're watching you from afar and they're noticing physical changes about you. Even if it's the way you present yourself, like the way you hold yourself and talk. The tempo, the ability to control every single word that comes out of your mouth. The ability to think before doing. The willpower to take care of yourself. So then therefore you can take care of others. They completely understand you saw through the game before they even realized they were playing a game. Losing you made them be thrown into shadow work. So, now that we can identify the person's energy that's pulling on you, that you needed clarification of, is this a person's spirit saying they've grown? I mean, when I look into their past, I fucking feel and see all the immaturity. But then when I ask about them presently, I feel somebody that's really became calmer, I guess is the best way to put it. Still a little bit of immaturity, so they could be a younger person, or at least young-minded. But there has been some form of elevation. Just because there's elevation doesn't mean you'll have them back in your life. But everything's situational. Well, 444 is a big sign, okay? Spirit's definitely stating that they don't feel this connection is going to benefit your life. That could be a hard pill to swallow. But Spirit really wants you to know you have this undying ability to just forgive. You used to forgive and forget. You don't do that anymore. You forgive and you analyze and you move forward. Your guides want you to know you're right at the finishing line when it comes to meeting somebody that actually gives you balance, give and take. has gone through their shadow work to an extent that they can be a healthy partner for you. And right before you're at that finish line, people from your past start showing up. And it's not spirit testing you. This is the law of attraction. When you are meeting these checkpoints, if you will, of continuously upgrading to your highest timelines, you're going to attract in more than just the light. You are going to attract in people from the past or energy that can be lingering. But you use your discernment and the way your body feels for going ahead and not forgetting that over the intensity of seduction and of lust and of temptation, of excitement. Spirit's saying all of this is confirmation that you didn't run away from anything. You didn't owe an explanation to this person. And that this person can't give you what you're deserving of. And that's not taking away from their worth. It's just facts. You're at a different frequency than this person. There are left path and right path choices we all make. When this person tries to reach out to you, because it's inevitable for this collective, you don't have to make a decision right then and there. You don't have to tell them no instantly if that's something you feel is unaligned from your views. But Spirit is stating that you should go within and seek counsel, either meaning them, asking for synchronization signs, trusted friends or mentors, etc., somebody that you look up to, about is bringing this person going back in my life a test, or did we separate for further growth? And even feel, I'm sorry to say it, I'm not sorry to say it, but even feeling like this person is supposed to be at the finish line with you feels wrong. You don't have to rush into making a decision. If you want to be like, hey, I know it took a lot of courage for you to reach out. I need time to think about this. That's okay. But for a lot of you here, you're not going to need that time, is what they're telling me. You're going to feel, and it's almost going to be, it's going to make a difference for them getting closure from you. And it's going to make a difference for you in a sense of seeing you always could trust, even more, you could always trust your intuition. Because this person's going to do like the throw up effect, what I call, when they're just like, this is what's going on. This is something that I didn't tell you. I'm sorry. Can we, work our way up from this? And this is a form of closure for you too. But I'm telling you, this is right at the finish line before whoever a true aligned potential divine counterpart, etc., a healthy relationship nonetheless, is right there. The next person you're going to be with is going to be a healthy dynamic. Time will tell if it's a divine counterpart and etc. Don't worry about those words at the beginning. Don't get hyperfixated on the word twin flame, divine counterpart, etc. Yes, that stuff is real, but you only find out throughout time, energy, experience. You can't just know right away. And if you're wanting to know as soon as you meet a person if they're a divine counterpart, there is a lot of self-development you still have to focus on. It's okay to be like, yo, I see the potential. It's more than okay to feel it. But having to believe I know instantly when somebody's my divine counterpart or not is, what's the word? I'm just blanking even on the word. It's not control. There is still some form of self-control. You have to look inwards too. When you meet a divine, there is this overwhelming feeling of they're a soul tie. okay? And that there's more to unpack together. But you feel at peace with fate with the unpacking abilities. You're not trying to take everything out of the boxes as fast as you can. You and this person are gradually taking things out of the box, looking at them, finding the correct spot for it, and then proceeding forward to the next. You're not just taking things out and just going as fast. When it's a karmic connection, when it's lust, temptation, etc., you just want to unpack everything so fast because it's exciting, but then you burn out. This person served a purpose in your life, and I do sense a conversation of closure, but I'm telling you, releasing this, it's interesting. You've energetically released this person, but going ahead and being put in a position to have them back in your life, but releasing them completely in the 3D this time, not just energetically, it's going to precede you forward. You're going to feel different. And the person that you're truly meant to be with next, that's going to give you balance, give and take, that's a healthy person, they're much more closer than you can even fathom. So when this trial run happens, and Spirit's saying, hey, you've made it this far, are you about to go back to what you think you're supposed to do, or what you think will make you happy? Or proceed forward. Proceed forward. Because this person does still have a lot of learning to do. And I sense is you have to be the one that got away for them to complete that contract you two have together. That's what I have for y'all today. And now we're going to talk about the Spiritual Colorado Adventure. Guys, all of the early bird spots have been taken. I have 2 overall spots still left. If you are wanting to get on this trip, I highly suggest you go ahead and claim one of those spots. We are traveling to the Colorado Rocky Mountains for 6 days. This trip is as just physical as it is spiritual. It's a 3 out of 5 when it comes to physical activity. Every single one of the days, I have a spiritual workshop in place for us that's going to dive into many different topics. I have a spiritual gift basket, if you will, that I'm going to be presenting to every single person on the trip. It's going to be full of divination tools and the first prints ever of my tarot and oracle decks. If you are interested in joining and you have any questions, do not hesitate to send me an email at contact@offprintmint.com. The link to the site page is on all of my social media platforms and all over my website. You can get to my website by visiting, again, any of my social media platforms. It's linked in the bio. That is what I have for y'all today. And I'll see you when I see you. Let's get it.